There has been a plane crash on the southern tip of Manhattan. You're looking at the World Trade Center. We understand that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center.
This just in, you are looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
Standing there pretty much looking out the window. I didn't see what caused it or if there was an impact.
So you have no idea right now?
There's another one. Another plane just hit. Right, oh my God, another plane has just hit. It hit another building, flew right into the middle of it. Explosion. My God, it's right in the middle of the building.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Garden. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, on this historic day. We are here for one reason, that is to celebrate 9/11. Welcome to A2C Emergence. Never forget. I am your host, Quans, of course, joined by David. David.
Hello. It is, as we've got Swerve Strickland versus Roman Reigns for the A2C World Championship. Will Roman finally get that gold, or will Swerve still prove that this is his house?
And of course, tonight we also have over from Overkill, Dominic Mysterio and Johnny Gargano. Dominic, who's been trying to whizzle his way into the Authority, will now take on the unlikely forces combined of main event Jey Uso and Uncle Howdy.
And we've also got the greatest of all time, John Cena versus Danhausen, who has sold his soul to The Rock and is ready to defeat an old rival of The Rock.
And we also have our 9/11 Memorial Battle Royal. We have Javon Evans, LA Knight, Logan Paul, Ray Phoenix, Mr. Iguana, Jay White, Damian Priest, and a mystery man who will gain their shot here tonight in our Memorial Battle Royal.
And we've also got the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre, versus the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. This all started over at All In, and again, we're getting a match that we will never forget.
But speaking of starting over and never forgetting, tonight we have a big match to kick us off here for Never Forget. It's MJF and Boogeyman. MJF is stepping up to the plate to hit that Grand Slam to become Genesis champion for the first time against the Boogeyman. But we also have President Danielson going to kick us off here tonight, and he will once again sing, this time, America the Beautiful. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate the tragedy that happened on this day. It's time to celebrate 9/11. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Garden. Welcome to Emergence. Let's get it going. You see the president holding the flag, the stars and stripes as he walks down to the ring.
I mean, what a way to introduce yourself on this type of night. A night we will never forget. A night that, you know, just helps America the way that it formed today. Although it was a tragedy, at the same time, it was a revolution to become the America it is now today. And what a better way to have it than to have President Danielson.
Yes, and of course I make the joke that we celebrate 9/11, but it is truly a celebration. It's a celebration of just how we've united, and now we get to celebrate that even more with President Danielson.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on me, and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Wait, what the hell? Wait! Christian Cage, the television champion, is assaulting President Danielson. He was in the middle of singing America the Beautiful, and now President Danielson's being assaulted. Why, Christian?
I mean, I was in the middle of tearing up here, and how beautiful that was. It's a spear.
Oh my God, a spear. Why, Christian Cage? What was the point?
What an absolute scumbag.
What a piece of shit Christian Cage is. That dirty SOB. That's unfortunate, but as I've said, David, it's time for MJF to step up to the plate. Will he send it all the way home? And will he collect the Grand Slam? It is MJF. It's the Boogeyman. It's time for our Genesis Championship match right here, right now. And here he comes.
I mean, we were talking about Christian Cage being a scumbag. But the thing is that this is what MJF is famous for. He's known as a scumbag, but tonight that may change because he's not facing, you know, one of his rivals. He's not facing someone he hates. He's facing someone he's been friends with for a while in the Judgment Day, in the Boogeyman.
But you know, you said it last week. You said the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was to make you believe he did not exist. Could that be what MJF is trying to pull here on the Boogeyman, to sneak the devil into this championship match and pull that out underneath from Boogeyman to get what he wants, to etch his name in history here in A2C?
I mean, probably, because you just know how demonic the Boogeyman can be when he's in his zone, especially when he has to defend something like a title. And for MJF, he might need to pull that devil out because, you know, normal MJF, friendship MJF with the Boogeyman may not be on the same level. And tonight, if he wants to taste that gold here on a stage he will never forget, then he might have to bring out that devil.
But you cannot rest on the Boogeyman whatsoever, and I think MJF knows that, because this is also a history-making match for the Boogeyman, as here comes our Genesis champion. The Boogeyman has had multiple defenses as Genesis champion. He's been one of the most recent great champions here in A2C, not just Genesis, but in general. If he successfully defends the the Genesis Championship tonight, he will break Santos Escobar's record with the amount of defenses. Of course, they are both tied at 5 right now. This is Boogeyman's 6th defense. And if it is successful, the Boogeyman will etch his name in the history books. But if MJF wins, he will become A2C's first ever Grand Slam champion.
I mean, that is just what it proves. It's all on the line tonight. You know, it is desperate for both sides to become a history maker. One way or another, someone's name is getting written in that book tonight. And like we said, today is a tragic day, but at the same time, we also say it's something you will never forget. And this match will be a match that no one will forget, because your name will be etched in the history books forever.
Could not have said it better myself, David, as we are a part of that history here tonight. As Boogeyman and MJF set to collide for the Genesis Championship. Of course, I said Boogeyman's 6th defense. Will it be successful, and will he put his name in the history books, or will MJF call his shot Babe Ruth style and become a Grand Slam champion? We find out right here, right now in the Garden, as we're kicking it off. Take it down to Mike Rome.
Introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 228 pounds, MJF. And his opponent from the bottomless pits, weighing in at 260 pounds, the wrestling champion, the Boogeyman.
We are truly in a new era of A2C, but now tonight we see how new that era becomes. MJF, former world champion, former oceanic champion, former tag team champion, now has the potential to finally hold the Genesis Championship, the only championship that has eluded him in A2C as an A2C original. Here we go. It's the 2 former Judgment Day members, the 2 last Judgment Day members left, colliding here tonight in the middle of the ring here in MJF's home state of New York, here at Never Forget.
And we've just got the Boogeyman starting off strong, as I say that, MJF turning the tide. It's going for a springboard moonsault, but just missing.
Back up to his feet. There's the step up enziguri right across the face of Boogeyman. No longer donning the purple. As we've said, the Judgment Day era is over. It is long gone. It is now all about the glory between these two. It is about respect. It is about passion. It is about the Genesis Championship. But you have to remember, these men, they aren't going to have a hard time, or they are going to have a hard time after this match, because whoever does win this match will meet Will Ospreay in Denver, Colorado for the Genesis Championship. Of course, Ospreay being the #1 contender after defeating Bret Hart in that best of 7 series to gain his shot at the championship that Ospreay's held before. Could be looking to be a 2-time Genesis champion in Colorado, as Boogeyman with a running power slam to MJF.
I know we said it earlier about MJF, about the devil, but the thing is that do you think the Boogeyman maybe might go a little bit soft on MJF?
I mean, I don't think you can count out Boogeyman whatsoever, even if he is showing signs of going soft. But I mean, with the friendship these two have grown over in such a short period of time, you cannot. I mean, you can't really put yourself into Boogeyman's perspective. You cannot put anyone into that perspective of Boogeyman. It's Boogeyman's choice, and it's what he is going to do to keep that Genesis Championship. It's what he's willing to do to keep the history around his waist and around his shoulder. So we get to find out how far Boogeyman is willing to go and how far MJF is willing to go here tonight, because this is it.
Look how far it was looking to go, choking him out. But MJF turning the tide yet again, going for a lovely little drop kick right on the ribs of Boogeyman.
Right to the top of the head, of course. You could assume all bets are off between these two. Now that the championship gold is on the line and these two are in the ring, as MJF now has the arm around the back and now grabs the other one, just wrenching that hand of Boogeyman, and the knee right to the back.
And now looking to just square him right in the head, damage the Boogeyman's head just a little bit more, make sure he can't think straight.
But now Boogeyman overpowering MJF. We've seen that in the past. He's overpowered the likes of Gunther before. No stranger to, the power. But MJF is able to stay. Went for a moonsault, but Boogeyman was able to duck out of the way. Got out of the ring just in the nick of time to make sure MJF cannot connect with that moonsault. Very great awareness. Of course, Boogeyman has done his homework.
But now bleeding open is MJF off that turnbuckle, but still seeing enough to turn that around. Now whipping the Boogeyman into the turnbuckle. He's about to run.
Oh my God, a lariat of his own takes out Boogeyman.
And also, I know these are the last two remaining due to the rest of them either leaving or betraying. But the thing is that these two are no strangers to betraying either. And we could see this in this match. MJF obviously betrayed Jay White a little while ago.
Oh my God!
And oh my God. But also, is that if we remember, the Boogeyman took under Joe Gacy as a mentor a long while ago and smashed the clock on Joe Gacy's head. So these two are no strangers to betrayals. And tonight, we may see the biggest one ever.
But you have to wonder who will pull the trigger first. Will it be MJF or will it be Boogeyman? That could be the deciding factor, as both men are now just trying to club at each other. And now look at MJF has the arm around the head. Suicide solution. Dropping Boogeyman right on this gut on the mat. And now it has the arms trapped. Kamagoye, knee right to the face. Immediately hooks the leg to win the Genesis title to make history here and never forget. But Boogeyman not even letting the count start.
And now stomping and going for the possible moonsault again, missed as the Boogeyman rolls out the way, hissing at him.
Oh my God, rebounding off that forearm, the springboard forearm, taking out the Boogeyman.
And look at this, MJF, he's not even affected by the blood that's dripping. That's how much this is on the line for him to become in the history books as a Grand Slam champion. But the Boogeyman doing everything to make sure it doesn't happen. It's a big spine buster.
Spine on the pine for MJF as he goes back first on the canvas. Boogeyman to the second rope, went for an axe handle, but MJF counters with a roundhouse across the face, and now not done. Knee right to the gut as well.
And this is the thing, is that, look, as I was just about to say, is that these two have been with each other. I mean, it's not been as long as the others, but, you know, these two have still been with each other long enough to study each other's moves. And you can see that tonight after there's been reversal after reversal after reversal. But someone has got to have to pull something different out the bag tonight to possibly get that victory.
Yeah, you can say neither man has really had the upper hand in this match thus far. As MJF, look at this combo out of the corner, rolling him into a snapmare position. As now MJF is on the apron. What's he going for here?
I don't know, but it does look dangerous.
He's looking to fly. Oh, he was going for the thrust kick, but he was way too far away. Maybe he baited Boogeyman because he's got him center of the ring. Tombstone pile driver. Boogeyman's out cold. And now MJF just beating the hell out of Boogeyman. Punches right to the face, and I think he's busted him open now.
You can't really see because of the face paint.
Really can't at all. It doesn't affect the Boogeyman as much, but the STL, regardless, takes down MJF, and now Boogeyman wants his pound of flesh, has MJF by the head, but MJF, once again, just trying to fight back against Boogeyman, and now has him center of the ring. Look at this. Look at the back suplex. Oh my God, he turns it in right into a knee right to the face, to the eyes of the Boogeyman.
And now making him up top, possibly going for an avalanche maneuver, but the Boogeyman kicking him out the way, but taking too long. Is MJF now hangs him up against the ropes.
Up against the ropes, this could be it. This could be all MJF needs. Go for Heat Seeker. He got him, oh my God, on his head. 2 times MJF puts him on his head. Could it be another championship in the lineage of MJF? Can he make history? Cover on the Boogeyman, but it's a kick out by the champion.
I mean, the blood will not affect these two. I mean, the Boogeyman eats worms for a living. I don't think the blood is going to be much of his concerns. But MJF, as the devil, if you want to bring it out, you know, the devil likes to taste the blood.
Oh, look, Boogeyman rolls him up. Boogeyman rolls him up. Rolls up MJF, trying to retain the title by any means necessary, but MJF was able to get out of it. And Boogeyman back to his feet, and he trucks down MJF using that power advantage. And now, oh my God, look at he's biting the fingers of MJF.
Come on. Is that legal?
I don't know. It could be, it could be not. But regardless, that answers our question as to how far Boogeyman is willing to go to keep his Genesis Championship, as well as MJF. As you can see, Boogeyman is starting to get desperate as MJF has now had the upper hand in this match. It's been questionable all night. And now Boogeyman immediately into the cover on MJF. Hooks the leg to retain, but MJF has not taken enough damage yet to be put down just yet.
And you could see it all just dripping, sweating as another cover here by the Boogeyman. Looking to possibly...
Body drop, but not going to be enough. It's a kick out by MJF again.
Just a counter one.
Oh, look at this. Now goes to the center of the ring. The half grab. The half grab is now in. MJF has to be pleading here to stay in, and he sweeps the leg, though. Dropping Boogeyman face first as MJF not done now. The Irish whip pops him up. There's the knee right to the gut and a roundhouse right to the face of Boogeyman. It has been all MJF thus far.
It has been. I bet you there's a lot of people in this crowd tonight. Even the Boogeyman himself is probably shocked with how MJF has pulled this out the bag. Maybe the devil wasn't like, maybe he didn't have to unleash the devil in the match. Maybe he unleashed it before he even came out to this ring.
Me personally, I'm not shocked by the actions of MJF. I've seen this before. I've seen the fire in MJF's eyes before, and he has been in so many heated rivalries in many matches, but Boogeyman's looking to put that down, looking to put the fire out of the devil. Boogie Bomb connects, cover to retain the Genesis title, but MJF is able to kick out.
We don't know what each other has to more do as Boogeyman going up top rope here.
Oh my God, went for the elbow drop, but MJF was able to get out of the way. He moves out of the way of the elbow attempt, and now MJF was looking to drag him maybe for another heat seeker, but Boogeyman reverses once more. What more does the Boogeyman need to do as he drop kicks him right on the side?
And you could just see him shouting at MJF, telling him that he has to do this. Look at the grip.
Oh, the grip, the tongue and death grip is now in. Shades of Haku now locked around the throat of MJF, but MJF is still fighting against Boogeyman. Look at that chop across the chest as Boogeyman answers back with one right to the face.
Here we go, we're going punch for punch, kick for kick, slap for slap, ladies and gentlemen, here in Madison Square Garden.
Could be in the dying stages as MJF and Boogeyman neither can get the upper hand. Both are just countering each other. MJF and Boogeyman want a little more, and we are gonna have a hockey fight in the Garden. Back and forth with these two go. It's to make history. It's for the Genesis title. It's hanging in the balance. Who gets the upper hand? It's the Boogeyman. Knee right to the gut. Going for the Boogie Slam to put this one away. To put the final chapter in the book of the Judgment Day as MJF is down and out, and Boogeyman wants one more Boogie Bomb. Center of the ring. He's down and out. Lateral press. Cover to make history. MJF kicks out at 2.
Boogeyman may have performed the biggest comeback since the Buffalo Bills against the Ravens.
MJF, springboard moonsault. He wants to stay in the fight. MJF is still fighting from underneath somehow. Boogeyman is taking control of this match, but MJF is still fighting. I don't know where he's getting this from.
My God.
Big boot right across the face, just scraping it across the face. And now both men looking for Clyde. Ducks the line. MJF picks him up. Tombstone going for it, but Boogeyman reverses again. Boogeyman now has him. Oh no, center of the ring. Oh no, one more power slam to put away MJF. Dumps him on his back.
That's gotta be it.
Boogeyman wants more. He wants a definitive end to this match. He knows he does, and he leaps with a lariat right across the face. MJF still in the fight, though. MJF gets spin around, though. Boogeyman, oh my God, he's just squeezing the head, the skull of MJF, the brain as well. MJF is fading, and he's, oh my God, face first off the canvas goes MJF.
That was probably 10 times more effective, as obviously he was having blood gushing out at the same time. So therefore, the more the Boogeyman squeezed, the more blood that could have been rushing out of MJF's head, making him weaker and weaker, and easy to possibly be able to head him off the ropes here.
Oh my God, the head now bouncing off those ropes. Those ropes are not soft, as now Boogeyman calls up MJF. I don't know how MJF is even on his feet anymore. After the damage that's been done, he's just targeting the skull, the head area of MJF. Boogeyman being very smart, now goes for a running knee to the side of the head.
I mean, both men have been aiming for the heads, quite literally, because it is all about brain power here tonight, how to counter each other when you know them so well, how to pull that trick that they've never seen before.
Oh my God, reverse shoulder check, but MJF counters with a power slam out of nowhere. And now MJF's got an opening. He's got Boogeyman by the head. He wants to throw him on the ropes for one more heat seeker. This is the Grand Slam opportunity for MJF. Call it a shot. Heat seeker connects on Boogeyman. He's got nowhere to go. MJF is dragging him to the center of the ring. Falls into the cover. Hooks the leg on the Boogeyman. He's got the count, and MJF he hasn't. The Boogeyman kicks out of a second heat seeker. How? Oh, went for the forearm, but Boogeyman able to move out the way. Boogeyman just shrugging it off like it was nothing. The Irish whip, and there's the lariat, takes out MJF.
I mean, the Twin Towers couldn't survive 2 strikes, but Boogeyman can survive 2 heat seekers. But MJF is...
He was still going to survive 3 there for a second, but now both men were going for their finishers counter for counter as Boogeyman goes back to the top rope.
Oh my God, a shoulder barge again. And going for the cover to retain his title. No, kick out again at 2 by MJF.
My goodness. Boogeyman now sees MJF. Shots to the face. Boogeyman picks him up for a 3rd time. Boogie bomb. It was 3 strikes to take down America and 3 strikes to take down MJF. No, he takes out again. What in the hell is MJF made of?
Definitely stronger than whatever the Twin Towers were, because MJF is still alive.
I don't know how the hell MJF has been staying in this match thus far. 3 boogie bombs. The only other person I've seen kick out of 3 boogie bombs is Gunther, and MJF beat him last week. Oh my God, to get this match.
And I don't even know how on earth this match is still going. I thought both these men were down and out.
Slam. Sending MJF straight to hell, and now off the ropes, go for that boogie splash. MJF gets the knees up, thankfully trying to get back to his feet, and there's a lariat cutting Boogeyman straight in half. One more does MJF need to do. He's going up to the top. MJF has an opportunity. Oh, double foot stomp to the gut by MJF. Picks up the Boogeyman, center of the ring. One more tombstone. He dumps him. The tombstone pile driver. MJF now targeting the head area as Boogeyman once did for him. MJF is now wailing on the Boogeyman. He picks him up into a snapmare position. MJF could be going for one more neck breaker, but no, he moves out of the way. Boogeyman now back to his feet, has a hold of MJF, has him by the head, looking to send him into the corner. Face first off the turnbuckle goes MJF, and now big shots to the face. Boogeyman now looking to just toss MJF across the ring. Oh my God. MJF can barely stand.
Not making it easy for MJF, but MJF's making it 10 times harder. Kicking out of 3 boogie bombs, kicking out of everything. But the same could be said for the Boogeyman. I'm pretty sure I would comfortably say one more could end it. But you never know at this rate with how much this has been going on. It's a big boot.
A big boot to the outside, and for the first time it looks like they're going to go outside. Moonsault off the apron by MJF. And now just shots to the face of Boogeyman. You are definitely right. It could just take one more shot. Who will pull the trigger first? Between both these men, they just need the killer instinct to put this one away. It's what they're holding back because they're best friends. They know each other. It's what they're holding back since this match was even announced. As now MJF goes to the top rope on Boogeyman. Oh my God, punch to the face. Boogeyman is out cold. You can see the arm is limp.
And still somehow getting to his feet as quick as that. But MJF, I think he was probably going to go for another heat seeker maybe. But Boogeyman going for something of his own. Ducks by MJF. But
MJF is now grabbed by the head by Boogeyman, sent into the corner, face first on the turnbuckle once more. What more does Boogeyman need to do to put away MJF?
I do not even know. But it looks like he was going to go for it.
Gonna go for a roll-up, maybe something else, but now MJF has him by the head, able to swiftly get him under the ropes. He's got one more shot, one more time, a third time. Could be the charm. Heat Seeker for a third time. Boogeyman is down. MJF, the usual ritual, drags him to the center of the ring. MJF has a chance here. Center of the ring, cover on the Boogeyman. Hooks the leg. MJF has made history and is the Genesis champion.
I cannot believe it. The history goes to MJF, the hometown man himself. And tonight it is all about him, because he's better than you and you know it.
MJF is A2C's first ever Grand Slam champion.
Look at this.
After all of that, after all the war, these two get to shake hands.
See that. Love to see
Boogeyman's
that.
reign comes to an end. What a way for it to end. Oh my God, wait a minute! Will Ospreay, the man that's going to challenge for the title, has now taken out both men with hidden blades.
I guess you could say an Ospreay has hit the Boogeyman, but taking out both of them.
Ospreay assaults both men. You could say Boogeyman could be a casualty of what is to come, because now MJF he's got to have eyes in the back of his head, because Ospreay is next in line for that Genesis Championship, which was wrongfully taken from him. And now look at this.
He's about to strike
a
hidden blade
to the back of the head. The assassin is coming to collect his gold once more at No Mercy. I mean, we're going to have to get that made official soon, but what a match. We have a new champion, a new Grand Slam champion.
What a way to kick off. Never forget. That is, like we said, it was a history-making match. I mean, the name Never Forget, that is definitely one of them. But tonight, this is going to be a fight that none of these men will forget, as the Scottish warrior Drew McIntyre makes his way out. As Drew is ready for a fight. He lost the Premier League street fight at All In, but tonight he wants revenge on Ilya Dragunov. Obviously, he power bombed him through a set of stairs after Ilya had his match on an Overkill. You know, it had a sit-down interview, and they both said, this match, no shenanigans, no stipulations, just a normal, traditional wrestling match. And that is what we're going to see tonight versus a warrior and a dragon.
Indeed it is. Of course, we had their Premier League street fight, as you said. Ilya getting the win. Drew McIntyre has been trying to fight. It feels like he's been fighting ever since he got here to A2C. Just every single person he has stepped in the way. Drew McIntyre now has a chance here to prove all those doubters wrong, that he is not enough, that he doesn't belong in A2C. Of course, he thought he proved that with Jon Moxley, but now he has to prove it against the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov.
I mean, this man is on fire, and I'm pretty sure that this is the worst day to say that, but Ilya Dragunov is a man that lives and breathes crazy. You think that Drew McIntyre's crazy? Look at Ilya Dragunov. Look at the amount of H-bombs he hit on Drew McIntyre at All In. This man will not stop until you stop breathing. Even after you could get that free count about 50 times, he will hit you more and more and more. Because that is what Ilya Dragunov is. He is a fighter, and tonight he is ready to shut up and possibly put an end to Drew McIntyre tonight.
Indeed he is, and I think he's capable of doing that as much as Drew is.
The man calls himself on Escobar for a reason. This man is made of steel. I don't even know what he's made of. I don't even think steel is a strong enough word to describe Ilya Dragunov. This man is made of an element that hasn't even possibly been discovered yet. And that is what Drew McIntyre has to figure out the weakness of tonight, to figure out how to break that shield, break that cover, and possibly put down Ilya Dragunov to tie this up, I guess.
All right, well, let's get this started. Drew McIntyre, Ilya Dragunov, 1-on-1 for a second time. Here we go.
And now Drew starting it off well. What a beautiful suplex. Now just punching the head of Ilya Dragunov, trying to take advantage. Unlike what happened over at All In, where he lost that match, where Ilya Dragunov was pretty dominant, and the dragon is bleeding already, Quans.
Oh my god. You have to wonder, of course, what the difference will be made, because these two, their first match against each other was a street fight, no disqualification, no counts. This is a normal, classic, good old-fashioned wrestling match between these two. First time we've seen it like this. Do you think it will be different now that the case is different, now that their disqualifications and countouts? The regular rules of professional wrestling are now encasing these two in the ring.
I mean, it means you just have to be tactically smarter. You know, you can't find the cheap way out of undoing the turnbuckle. You can't find a cheap way out or using chairs, using stairs. You just have to try your best in a normal manner, the way that you were taught to by whoever trained you when you were younger. You go back to those roots at your starting days, and this is what it's all about.
You can see Drew McIntyre fired up here as Ilya immediately back into the ring, rolls through. There's the bridge. Look at that
beautiful bridge
cover, but it's not going to be enough to put away Drew. Very beautiful bridge for the line, but McIntyre is able to drop him on his knees, able to just thrust the shoulder right into the throat of Dragunov.
And now Drew was going for a stomp there, and now a beautiful neck breaker by Drew McIntyre, just trying to wear and tear Ilya Dragunov down as he was going for a little shoulder kind of submission there, just grabbing the shoulders, but the rope break able to stop Drew McIntyre.
Just wrapping the arm, my god.
I mean, obviously it won't be as brutal as All In, as you said, traditional wrestling match here, but do you think maybe they'll still be as dangerous as they were, just without the weapons?
I believe they will be. These two can turn anything in the ring, anything in their vicinity as a weapon. Their hands, their feet, their knees, their legs, and that head of Drew McIntyre.
Glasgow
kiss. Cover on Dragunov, already busting open the already bleeding head of Dragunov. But it's not going to be enough. Just McIntyre now picks him back up. Irish
also going to look for that Claymore.
A lot of separation. There's the Claymore. Really trying to injure the head, as we saw the last match between MJF and Boogeyman. Here's the cover by McIntyre to put this one away, but Dragunov takes out again.
I mean, as much as one Claymore is effective, you need to remember that you're against the Mad Dragon, the man that can define anything. It was like you were saying about that match, the opener that we had. There was 3 heat seekers, 3, boogie bombs. Even them combined would not stop Ilya Dragunov.
Indeed, they could not. As you can see, just Dragunov using the ropes to his advantage.
Work out what to do. Drew next, going for the legs, just dumping himself right onto the inner thigh of Drew McIntyre, trying to wear out Drew to possibly lessen that effect to the Claymore. And, going for a jump into kind of senton there, and another neck breaker by Drew. Ilya switching up yet again, and a big boot right onto the head of Drew. There's some more. Couple of punches. There's another roll up. Nope. Lifting them up, and a beautiful sit-out powerbomb.
Gets him out, covered, not going to be enough.
Drew straight back to his feet.
Well, but he gets caught. Was going for a powerbomb, but Drew was able to reverse it.
That's one thing we rarely seen that All In. Drew McIntyre faced it all, faced H-bombs, Torpedo Moscow's power bombs, everything. But tonight, Drew McIntyre looks to have studied Ilya's game plan, and possibly this could be better for him, but as I'm saying that, he faces a Torpedo Moscow.
Immediately into the cover, off the Moscow, cover by, oh my God, just like kicked out by McIntyre. Ilya almost had the win there.
Just the spin and the power of a Torpedo Moscow, as quick as anything. You know, it is hard to dodge something like that.
Well, I mean, yet again, it's hard to dodge when someone's throwing their entire body at you, like Ilya Dragunov does.
And now, just looking to drag Drew into the corner head first.
And like Henry said, as this match goes on, of course, after our last match, MJF becoming the new Genesis champion, I can only assume from A2C officials and the interim general manager, the current general manager of Emergence, Jimmy Uso, will make this official for No Mercy. Will Ospreay versus MJF for the Genesis championship, and we're going to have to see how that plays out, but I can only assume that's what the officials are telling me, as Ospreay made a statement earlier. But we move on to this match, as Ilya has just been dominating Drew McIntyre in the later stages of this match. But Drew McIntyre
kicks future shock DDT
connects beautifully with the future shock, and now to the corner. McIntyre's looking to set this one in stone. Bam! A second Claymore by McIntyre, immediately into the cover on Ilya Dragunov, and it's not gonna be enough.
God,
Ilya barely getting the shoulder up off that second Claymore.
and like I said, Ilya Dragunov has made an element you can't even describe.
Did you see that boot to the face? And oh my God, he almost countered the neck breaker with the knee again.
He busted Drew McIntyre open the first knee. The second knee looks to just make sure he deepened that wound. As now Ilya looks like he is on the hunt.
Counter back with that Saito suplex, dropping McIntyre on the back of his head. And now Ilya clothesline, sending Drew right over the top rope.
My God, the Dragon's ready to fly, Quans.
The Dragon looking to spread his wings. Look at the face of Dragunov. No thoughts behind the eyes. Just oh my God, McIntyre caught him. He clocked him with his right hand, but he's back to his feet immediately. Ducks the punch by Drew McIntyre, but McIntyre rolls it down again. The Irish whip ducks underneath. There's the back elbow right to the face.
And Drew McIntyre looks to have learned and adapted from All In. Where obviously, like we've mentioned many times already in this match, Quans, Drew McIntyre hardly had any offense at All In. It was all Ilya Dragunov. He was dominating that match, but tonight it looks like Drew McIntyre's giving himself a fair game. It was Ilya himself that suggested no stipulations, no shenanigans. As much as he is still doing well in this match, this may come to regret him, seeing how well Drew McIntyre has adapted from their last meeting.
Indeed it does, as Dragunov is looking to just find that method he had last time, just find the way, the will to keep fighting like he did in Tottenham Hotspur against McIntyre the first time, and now the Irish whip to McIntyre, able to leapfrog right over McIntyre, showing the athleticism, baiting McIntyre at every bit, floats over with a German suplex.
That was an absolute beautiful German suplex. That is just the power and the athleticism of Ilya Dragunov. As Drew now, look at this, looking to turn the tide. Big jumping clothesline, goes for the cover. Could be it.
Cover on Dragunov. Is this going to be it? Dragunov is barely kicking out.
This could be McIntyre's moment to finally slay the dragon, but it doesn't look like it's going to be just now. He might have to wait. As Ilya with a big European uppercut.
Drew was able to get the separation, but that's not what he needed. Torpedo Moscow to McIntyre for a second time. Cover. No, McIntyre gets the shoulder up. Ilya spins around. Ilya not done. Look at Ilya just now wrenching the hands right across the face. A modified crossface is in with the knee on the back of McIntyre as well, but McIntyre immediately back to his feet. The Irish whip on Ilya. Dragunov ducks underneath, has the separation whip for a Claymore, but Dragunov is able to fight back. There's the boot right across the chest, and now picks him up. But McIntyre's back to his feet, picks him up, has him up. Look at it, drop him right out of the ropes onto the top rope face first.
And this is it. This is the willpower Drew McIntyre needs to inflict here tonight if he wants to kind of tie up this score, as he looks to give homage to his friend Sheamus with the 10 beats in the battling.
Just pump. Oh my god, do you hear the impact off the chest of Ilya Dragunov? And where's McIntyre going at this point? Look at the blood across his face.
He is ready for
Oh
this.
my
Is a
God.
big jumping clothesline there by Ilya Dragunov, and a senton as well.
Following it up with whatever he has is McIntyre and Ilya going back and forth. Now not on the floor. Not on the floor. Future shock DDT on the concrete floor. Ilya has not moved.
And now sending him into the steps. Still legal technically, as Drew McIntyre never touched the steps, just thrown him into it. Kind of 5 though.
6 to the face.
Drew now getting back into the ring, kind of 7. Trying to see if Ilya Dragunov will make it back in time, kind of 8.
And count of 8, he's not moved. McIntyre, second rope, count of 9, he thinks he's won. Ilya barely makes it back in. He breaks the count. How did Ilya Dragunov break the count? And look at this, he's bringing the fight. A fire spin lit underneath the ass of the dragon. What a pump hit power bomb. Oh my god.
Just when you think he's down and out, and he's looking to go for the third time. Lincoln hit the Pentagon. He's ready to Drew McIntyre with third torpedo Moscow.
Now Moscow knocks the Scottish Warrior off his feet, covered by Ilya, and the Mad Dragon has slayed the Scottish Warrior again.
That is 2 for Ilya Dragunov. Drew McIntyre must be absolutely pissed. He said the whole time that Ilya doesn't belong, but Ilya has been proving to Drew McIntyre, he's proving to him right now that he does belong here.
Ilya Dragunov celebrating the victory, a hard-fought victory for Ilya Dragunov.
No! Chair!
Drew McIntyre's throwing a chair at Ilya Dragunov. He is pissed off that he has lost
Here we go.
this.
Ready to count down 3, 2, what the?
Hey, oh my god! Austin! Ilya Dragunov's former tag team partner, Stone Cold Steve Austin, has entered the garden, and it's blown the roof off the place. What is Austin doing here?
And Drew McIntyre looks scared for his life. Seeing the Texas rattlesnake out here, making his way, slithering his way over to New York.
I mean, there is one thing you can argue that is scarier than the Mad Dragon, and that is the Texas rattlesnake. We'll have to see where that goes on Overkill. But back to being here on, of course, an Emergence show here at Never Forget tonight. Here comes Mr. Iguana. We get things started with our 9/11 Memorial Battle Royal.
I really wish Lieska was here, man. I really wish Lieska was here. I don't know where she went. Is Lieska a guy or girl?
I have no idea.
I want to say it's a girl. I'm not sure. But obviously, as you're saying, the 9/11 Memorial Battle Royal, where the winner will take on the TV champion, who is currently the 2-time, for the first ever 2-time TV champion, and Christian Cage, the Patriarchy. And it'll either be the person who wins this, or if someone maybe takes it off him earlier down the line,
course,
But
well, of
tonight,
course, we see familiar faces. We see Mr. Iguana. Of course, Javon Evans coming out. Ray Phoenix is making his return after his suspension has been lifted. Gotta wonder how Ray Phoenix is itching to get back into action here in A2C. But here comes the bouncy boy, Javon Evans.
because your boy is bouncy. And let's just hope that tonight he doesn't accidentally bounce himself over the top rope.
He's done that a lot in his career, but this is the one match where he has to avoid that happening.
Maybe some might say that is possibly a handicap for Yvonne Evans. As obviously he said, that's what he's famous for. He's famous for flying, famous for being bouncy. But tonight, he wants to make sure he's nowhere near those ropes.
I mean, he's no stranger to battle royals like this, so I wouldn't put it past him. And here comes the former television champion with everybody saying L.A. Knight.
Yeah. And that said, we are in the presence of a megastar. The undeniable Kavorka is here in Madison Square Garden, Quans, and you can see the ladies tingling. Even I'm tingling at the presence of the megastar.
You got to know that LA Knight is itching to get that championship back. Of course, losing it to Christian Cage a few weeks ago.
But here comes the Switchblade Jay White, the man who, after he got betrayed by MJF, was starting to give himself a little reconstruction after getting a win. And now tonight, he may go one step further to claiming a chance at the TV title.
And seeing that reconstruction from Jay White. We've also been seeing the reconstruction of this man, an A2C original, the Punisher, Damian Priest.
I don't know about you, Cons, but I'm ready to rise. Cause when
Damian Priest, of course, no stranger to the championship gold, former Oceanic champion, and no stranger to winning battle royals, as he was the very first. He was the inaugural AJ Rock's Memorial Battle Royal winner, which got him that Oceanic championship. Do you think history is set to repeat itself here with Damian Priest?
It very much could. That means he's more favorable in this. As here comes the most humble man in A2C history. Cons, are you ready to become a social media hit thanks to the presence of Logan Paul?
No, not really.
Really?
Yeah.
This man is like me, the most humblest man in this building. And you're gonna disrespect him?
Yes.
Why? What's he ever done to you? Except scam you in the crypto scams, but that's besides the point.
I really needed the money.
No, we don't care about your kids' spawns.
Wasn't there another guy? Oh no. Dude, wasn't there another guy in this battle royal?
I think.
Wait a minute.
The hell? I swear it was meant to be Obafemi.
I thought it was meant to be Obafemi, but the American Dragon is here.
What the? Should I say, Quans? The greatest luchador of all time. Did you know, Quans? This guy main evented 8 Triple Manias and is a 5-time Triple A champion.
One of the greatest superstars to ever hit A2C, the American Dragon. You have to.
And I would also like to say, Quans, I'm sorry for interrupting here, but didn't we also see Bryan Danielson earlier? Not Bryan Danielson, sorry, President Danielson earlier.
Yes, we did.
So therefore, we can confirm that these two are on the same show, which means they can't be the same person.
They cannot be the same person. President Danielson and the American Dragon are not the same person. I wonder, where's Bryan Danielson though?
He's probably chilling somewhere. He's probably like.
We haven't seen him.
He's probably at the Bahamas.
We haven't seen him
iced tea. Probably just sipping some iced tea, you know.
The people have been saying, okay, well, scratch that, because here we go. We're getting started with this battle royal. This is going to be a lot of chaos, as usual, as the American Dragon. Oh my God, Damian Priest and Javon Evans going after each other.
Yeah.
Jay White going straight up to the American Dragon, the back suplex.
There's a lot of punches, a lot of kicks. Oh my God! Two jump maneuvers, a big springboard there by Ray Phoenix and Mr. Iguana going for like a kind of corkscrew there, like a standing corkscrew, but
Of course, you'd have to document Ray Phoenix coming back. He's been gone for about a couple months now. You have to wonder, getting back into the fray like this late into the mix here in A2C, how do you think Ray Phoenix is willing to fall back into that fold so easily?
Well, you know, you might. Hopefully, I don't get told that I'm getting kicked off commentary for saying this on like a certain Wade Barrett here, but you know, it might have a little bit of ring rust. You know, it might have to evolve with the new times. You know, so Ray Phoenix, after this suspension, he has to just learn the ring again after being rusty for about 90 days. I'm not saying he hasn't trained in those 90 days, but
Logan Paul's already gone,
and that is disgusting.
Mr. Iguana eliminating Logan Paul.
He's been cheated. You were distracting him.
Why not? I think Logan Paul.
Come on, you were distracting him.
I wasn't saying anything. I wasn't doing anything. Logan Paul tried to eliminate Mr. Iguana, and Mr. Iguana moved out the way. That was his fault. Regardless, though, I believe your claims are right when it comes to Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix definitely has to evolve with the business. The business does not wait for anyone, no matter how long you're gone. Priest with a flatliner takes out Jay White.
And now he's looking to make Ray Phoenix go south of heaven.
God, Priest is dominating already. The Battle Royal being his specialty, going after everyone in this match is Priest. Rolling elbow right to the face of LA Knight. American Dragon takes down Javon Evans with that shoulder breaker. And Mr. Iguana's flying over there on Jay White. You see in the background is look at the American Dragon was trying to eliminate Javon Evans, but oh my God, Priest just knocking his head off.
And obviously, like you were saying, Damian Priest, a veteran in this match. I'm pretty sure. Was it you said that he won it before? To go for the Genesis?
The first ever AJ Rock's Memorial Battle Royal winner.
That's it.
It would become Oceanic champion.
Oceanic, that's it. So therefore, like you're saying, he's a veteran in this. So therefore, he could do it for the second time.
God.
But LA Knight's looking to make him suffer with a burning hammer.
My God, Priest is down and out. Mr. Iguana might be out of the match. Javon Evans is able to eliminate him. Down to 6 now.
Straight back to Lieska you go, Mr. Iguana.
Oh my God, went for the neck breaker, but no got caught. Ray Phoenix eliminated by the American Dragon. Bye-bye, Ray Phoenix. Welcome back, though. LA Knight taking up Javon Evans.
This is it. I mean, you've got some people about a BFT facing some blunt force trauma. There goes Damian Priest, and he looks to be going out here.
Priest is gone.
To eliminate him.
Priest is gone. No, there's that roundhouse and a ripcord Spanish fly. Final four: Evans, White, American Dragon, and LA Knight. But look at the American Dragon with the, oh my God, the exploder eliminates Jay White. We're down to 3. And what a lariat that by LA Knight, taking out the American Dragon. But now look at Javon Evans picks up LA Knight. What a win this could be for Javon Evans. Oh my God, running liger bomb sends him. Oh my God, back of the head first. Right into all the turnbuckles. With the American Dragon now floats over. There's the swinging neck breaker, takes out Evans.
I mean, this could be Evans' time to shine. Obviously, we've seen him get out of the Balor Club shadow, but at the same time, he's still been beside Haku. But tonight, he gets to shine as a single star in this Battle Royal, and to make it to the final 3. If he goes on to win this, you know, he could go into bigger and better things.
Oh my God, the Dragon suplex plowed up by an elbow by Javon Evans. But now Javon Evans picks up LA Knight, Fisherman, Buster! Down goes the Megastar. Look at Evans.
Great ring of winnerness.
Javon Evans bouncing all over the ring, trying to get a career-defining win. Could have been thinking OG cutter. LA Knight was able to evade it, but cannot evade the Hurricane Rana by Javon Evans.
I mean, whoever wins here is in for a treat. LA Knight looking to reclaim it. You know, the American Dragon looking to claim his first gold here in A2C, and also Javon Evans looking to get that single run that he's probably so wanted many moons ago.
Indeed he has, and he's trying to eliminate the American Dragon, trying to make it so here. The American Dragon teetering in the corner there. LA Knight awaiting whoever makes it out of that corner alive in this match as Evans is struggling to get the American Dragon over the top rope, and he's not able to pull it off as LA Knight and the American Dragon now brawling in the corner there as LA Knight continues to fight back. Javon Evans creeping up from behind though. Could be looking to steal an elimination here, but there's the neck breaker by LA Knight.
And they're ready to see who goes well third, because whoever it is, it may be sore, but it won't be as sore as what could second place be, to know you were just one step away from it.
Another Fisherman Buster by Evans taking down LA Knight. Javon Evans has been all over these two during this match, but the American Dragon trying to take out Evans, but Evans with the OG cutter takes out the American Dragon. The American Dragon is out cold. Javon Evans looking for a big elimination here. Has him by the head onto the ropes. Perfectly executed super kick. We're down to 2. It's the former champion LA Knight versus the young and hungry Javon Evans, who nails that drop kick on LA Knight. Look at Evans, figure out from the Evans. That's all he needs. LA Knight is out, but wait, LA Knight's getting back up.
And look at that.
Immediately back to his feet is LA Knight, but Evans is still fighting. Evans has the adrenaline left in his soul, trying to fight back. There's the drop kick to the back of LA Knight. What more does Evans need to do as he goes toe-to-toe with the megastar, the former television champion, to get a shot at that championship? Will LA Knight have another shot at Christian Cage, or will Javon Evans be able to get that opportunity that he's wanted for so long, as LA Knight just now holding his head down on the canvas and a kick to the back?
Making him bleed a little bit, but here we go. LA Knight.
That megastar elbow. Evans is down. The dreams can be shattered with one more BFT by LA Knight. Oh my God. That is most definitely it. LA Knight has BFT Javon Evans. Wait, Evans throws him over the top. Evans reverses the run up, and LA Knight pushes him away. Evans is still on his feet. Evans is still fighting. Evans has fight left in him. Back suplex, down goes LA Knight.
And this could be it. LA Knight was looking a little bit like Megatron there, made of absolute steel. But Javon Evans is looking to make him crack, looking to pierce that armor, and also make the Megastar go. No.
Wait.
He's maybe going for the OG cutter though.
Where's he looking?
He's trying to catch the Megastar off guard.
Oh, he stole the BFT! The BFT to LA Knight! A BFT to LA Knight! And now Evans has the opportunity. He's got LA Knight. He picks him up to throw him over the top rope. Javon Evans. He's got him over the top. All he has to do is just push him down to the floor. Javon Evans.
Making him crash and burn, but no.
LA Knight was able to fight out of it. The Irish whip by LA Knight, and there's the power of the Megastar. That beautiful power slam by LA Knight, trying to fight. Evans is fighting. We're seeing the true heart of the young OG. We're seeing what this kid is truly made of here in this battle. Look at the flips, and oh my God, the neck breaker by LA Knight, able to stay in the fight against Javon Evans. He picks up Evans. What can LA Knight do? He's just going to go for the Irish whip, trying to throw him into the corner, trying to overpower the young OG, but Evans is still fighting with every gasp left in his body. Every last gasp effort for Evans as he has him stunned on the ropes. There's the super kick, and LA Knight is still up. How? How is LA
still alive in this?
This is the most back and forth I've ever seen. LA Knight picks up Evans though. He's got him right where he wants him to throw out Evans over the top. What an effort, but the Megastar prevails. The Megastar, LA Knight, is the #1 contender for the TV championship.
Of course, it went. I'm pretty sure you can correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't it go Christian Cage to LA Knight, then back to Christian Cage, and now it could possibly go straight back to LA Knight yet again.
LA Knight looking to make history repeat itself more than once as he celebrates here tonight.
And
Oh my God! Well, we figured out where Bryan Danielson was. He's here. Just a running knee to LA Knight. He takes him out. Why? We haven't seen Bryan Danielson in a while, but why do you attack LA Knight?
I guess he just wants possibly that TV title shot, I guess. But here we go, Quads. Are you ready to see the greatest of all time?
God, I can't wait for this
one. The man that preaches hustle, loyalty, respect. The man that wears never give up. And the words, you can't see me. But one thing that we did not see coming was Danhausen selling his soul to The Rock. And then John Cena coming out of nowhere to come and face off against The Rock and Danhausen. And tonight, Danhausen gets to do The Rock's dirty work here tonight and try to take on the greatest of all time, the Never Seen 17. But the question is can he step up to the goal?
You have to wonder, this is Danhausen's biggest test yet. Selling his soul to The Rock, did it benefit Danhausen? We find out because he faces one of A2C's greatest, one of A2C's original superstars in John Cena. Let's see what Danhausen is made of against the greatest of all time.
I mean, if it was just Danhausen and Cena, you would probably say easy win. You could probably put that meme up saying Cena wins lol. But tonight, with The Rock, the final boss by his side, things could get dangerous. And I just swear and hope to God that a certain person's music does not hit tonight, because I am not feeling Feeney. This is not 4x4. This is a match that no one expected, but could possibly carry on this tradition of tonight, because every match has been a banger tonight, and we may not know that this match could keep up with it.
Certainly keeping up the theme. No one on the show wants to be forgotten.
And I mean, people like me, myself included, I'll admit it, have clowned Danhausen, but this man has pulled off massive wins throughout his career. He pulled off a massive win against CM Punk to quote himself best in the world for a week, until CM Punk moved his way over to, well, now over to Overkill. But you know, it's...
Well, he did. I would say he did. As this match gets underway, Danhausen taking it to John Cena. The drop, oh my God, just the stomp right to the arm.
And this is the thing about Danhausen. He likes to start off great early, but sometimes he fails to keep that composure. But tonight, maybe with the assistance of The Rock, he can keep that composure. Maybe The Rock has helped him strategize to keep his stamina, keep his strength, keep his mindset in the right place. As look at that reversal what John Cena was going for, and a little knee to the back.
Oh my God, just face first right off the canvas. Danhausen has been all over Cena thus far.
Work on that shoulder.
And out of the second rope, Danhausen, big splash, taking out Cena. Just humbling over top. Danhausen is looking to make a statement, looking to prove himself, and he will definitely prove himself, in my eyes at least, if he can defeat John Cena here tonight. And under any circumstances, a win over John Cena is most definitely emphatic. That is a statement right there. When was the turnbuckle pad taken off?
I think The Rock must have done it. That is the power of The Rock. No one could see it because he is that sneaky. And also, you know, thank goodness we're not owned by TKO, because he probably would have done it right in front of the ref, and the ref wouldn't do anything.
He probably would have said something along the lines of, "You count, you're fired." And Cena with a shoulder tackle. And I Cena, oh, well, this looks like we might have a short night here. Don't throw a line. Yeah, he threw a line. And there's the protoplex by Cena.
Quads because Danielson. Ready?
You almost going for the 5-knuckle shuckle, but Danhausen was able to telegraph that instantly, shutting down the Madison Square Garden crowd.
And that is one way to make your mark. I mean, Danhausen, like we said, he's pulled off a win against CM Punk. Sometimes you think Danhausen's going to get squashed flat on paper, but he doesn't.
No,
and look at that.
Dodging the splash by Cena. I just saw the referee take a kendo stick out of the ring. You can only assume the final boss was the one that executed that maneuver. And then look at this. An arm bar, cross arm breaker now applied by Danhausen, trying to wear down John Cena with those big punches to the face.
And now John Cena getting his momentum now, lifting him up. Danhausen.
Could be going for an AA there, but now I think the referee just now fixing that turnbuckle pad. Oh my God, he was looking to go to the top rope, but Cena just sends him straight to the floor.
And now Cena on the outside, just pushing him straight back in the ring, possibly trying to make sure that Danhausen doesn't do any foul play while the referee turned her back to fix that turnbuckle. As Cena got a little lock in, but Danhausen managing to escape right in the second turn.
Oh, right into the turnbuckle.
Oh my God.
I thought the referee just fixed that.
So did I. I guess The Rock does have some sort of power.
My God, back first in that exposed turnbuckle pad. As now you can see Danhausen on the top, on the second rope, big drop kick takes down Cena. Now the referee, now the ref's gonna sort it.
I guess The Rock was playing it smart, seeing Cena had the advantage, so he decided to tell the referee not to fix it until that happened, and seeing that Danhausen getting to turn the tide.
I think it's just playing out wrong. I don't even think The Rock should be outside the ring if he's going to pull stuff like that. But Danhausen with a big German suplex, stacking up Cena, looking to get the win, but it's not going to be enough.
I don't know. Oh my God, was he going to go for the STF?
He could have been, but now Cena was able to stop it. And now Cena with the Irish whip has Danhausen right where he wants him. The big back body drop takes down Danhausen, and the snapmare kick as well to the back. Cena making Danhausen pay for his actions here in this match, as Cena's just going to work on Danhausen.
I mean, obviously, there has been visuals in the past of Cena Rock, but right now, Danhausen calling up John Cena. Gonna see what he goes for here, and a big walk kick. Going for the cover, hoping to be it against the greatest of all time, but no, kick out of one. But like I was saying, but wait, he might be going
could be looking to put this one away.
No, I thought he was going for the very hellish choke slam there, but John Cena getting out of whatever he's going for.
Oh my God, the double action right to the back, cover by Cena to put away Danhausen. Is this going to be enough? No, kicking at one by Danhausen. Rolling out right next to The Rock and on the floor. Look at that. Oh my God, was going for a big knee right there. That could have been deadly for Cena as he goes face first off the apron though. I will say a little bit kind of off the record, but not really, because I'm saying this on live. Commentary's been a little slow because I have been sick the entire week, so I'm trying my best to keep up. My voice has not been doing good.
I'm pretty sure The Rock can get you some tequila or something, you know, drown it out, you know, fix yourself up a little.
The Rock now has a hold of Cena. He was trying to send him back into the ring, but now Danhausen breaks the count as it was a count of 8. Cena was trying to get back to his feet, get back in the ring, but The Rock was trying to just force him back in himself. But then Danhausen breaks the count. A lot of miscommunication.
And a kendo stick right there, but The Rock distracting John Cena. Obviously, the history between these two has been brewing from companies to companies. But tonight, Danhausen gets to do the dirty work of The Rock as a count of 6 as John Cena getting back to his feet, though.
Cena getting back to his feet immediately, brushing off the 10 count. Back in the ring. I was looking to double leg him, but no, Danhausen was able to stay in the fight. Irish whip sends Cena into the corner, runs at him, could have been going for that caterpillar right there, the Danapillar as he calls it, but Cena with a big boot across the face fighting back against Danhausen. Irish whip again. No, it's reversed by Danhausen again. And there's a big boot. Takes down John Cena. Back to the second rope for Danhausen. Calls up the greatest of all time. Calls up the never seen 17 off the second rope. What a hurricane rana by Danhausen. Just sliding down the arms. Dropping Cena onto the canvas cover. Is this going to be enough? Cena kicks out.
A lot of impression tonight by Danhausen against many, and tonight he's proven tonight. I think even if he loses tonight, I think I can proudly say that Danhausen gets to hang about with these type of guys after the performance he's been doing tonight.
There have only been a few that they rarely said that they can hang with John Cena, but there's been even fewer that said they've beat him. And Danhausen might join those few. Attitude adjustment by Cena connects. Cover. It could be ball game for Dan. Kick it at one. At one?
Maybe the soul that he has sold to The Rock gets given the powers. It's an avalanche 5-knuckle shuffle.
Lateral press. Cena trying to shut that up instantly. Cover on Danhausen, but a kick out of 2.
And now, maybe looking to shut him up. Tell him to STF you, Danhausen.
It's locked in. Danhausen's got nowhere to go. Danhausen center of the ring, locked inside the STFU. Danhausen is struggling, but Cena lets go.
I think Cena wants to prove a message. Beat the hustle, loyalty, and respect into Danhausen. Possibly try to tell him if he beats him up enough, he might beat some sense into him and tell him that The Rock is no good for him. As look at this, The Rock's even distracting Cena right now.
The Rock's refusing to let Cena end this match so quickly for Danhausen, at least with the elbow right to the leg. Staying in the fight here.
Elbow now by Danhausen. And
look at Danhausen.
What's he gonna go for?
Calls him up now. Could be looking to send him. Good night, Hausen. Looking to dump him on his head. Oh my God! Cena's out cold, but he's too close to the ropes. Great ring awareness by Danhausen. Trying to drag him to the center of the ring. This could be the biggest win of Danhausen's career. Into the cover on Cena. Hooks the leg, but Cena's able to power out.
And that is what you should expect from one of the greatest of all time, and John Cena. When I look at that, and John Cena also turning the tide just like that. It's possibly maybe going for another STFU there. But Danhausen, we're going for a super kick. Dodge and a pig clothesline.
Cena just leveling him with that lariat. Just dropping that. Oh my God, sharp elbow into the face, and Cena's busted open. Now Cena can barely even stand on his own 2 feet after that. And Danhausen just clubbing him with these big combinations, taking out the greatest of all time.
Got middle rope again. He's been very familiar with this. Let's look at this. Danhausen. Oh my God.
God, that Cena's right back to his feet. Cena popped right back up to his feet, fighting from underneath against Danhausen. John Cena, somehow, someway, in 2025, is becoming an underdog. Pops him up one more time, was thinking AA, but Danhausen, Cena is able to fight back. Then there's a lariat, takes down Danhausen one more time. Danhausen's down, covered by Cena, immediately hooks the leg, desperate for the win here against Danhausen, but it's able to be kicked out of somehow.
Knows The Rock, he knows him well. He knows that once Danhausen sold his soul, he hasn't became just John Cena. He had to go back to 2014, 2015, whenever it was, and become Super Cena all over again.
Indeed he has, as these two have traded back and forth. Now go for the, oh my God, he's going for a powerbomb, but he turns it into an AA. Ball game for Cena. Cover on Danhausen, but The Rock breaks it up, and that's going to cause a DQ. The Rock saw it coming. He saw the end coming, and there's a rock bottom to Cena.
As now Danhausen picking him up, going for the very hellish chokeslam yet again. Looking to send him to hell.
God. Cena is down and out.
This, John Cena, is what happens when you fuck with the final boss and Danhausen.
And now The Rock just gonna lay the smackdown on John Cena, center of the ring.
The most electrifying move in sports entertainment.
The people's elbow to John Cena. And The Rock has laid waste to Cena yet again, embarrassing him after an incredible match. Danhausen, just a sore loser regardless.
And now it is. I can't even remember what the. What CT?
No,
Again.
it's time for our co-main event. Here comes
That's it.
the Universal Champion, Johnny Gargano, and his tag partner of the Authority, I guess you could say.
The proper introduction. The greatest faction in A2C history. Your Universal Champion, Mr. Johnny Wrestling himself. Mr. Johnny Authority. Call him whatever you... Johnny Champion. And Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Gargano, of course, winning the Universal title back at All In the winner-take-all Stadium Stampede match. Would take the belt off of Uncle Howdy, of course, the same man that took the belt off him at SummerSlam when he defeated Wesley for that championship, but Uncle Howdy would then cash in Money in the Bank and just take the championship away from the Authority, away from Johnny Gargano.
And under 5 minutes.
In under 5 minutes.
It was just a little bit over. Just a little bit. Like 10 seconds? Well,
I don't know.
No, it was actual 5 minutes on the dot, actually. Never mind. But it doesn't matter now. That's all in the past. You know, it's not about talking about the past. It's about talking about the future. And the Authority is the future. And obviously, we got told earlier tonight the greatest news in the world, Quans, is that the Tag Team Championships will be staying with the Authority for a while. And that's what it deserves, especially when you've got Dirty Dom, when you've got Carmelo Hayes, when you've got Johnny Gargano, Triple H, Jimmy Uso. They deserve it. And there's no better man to deserve to be Johnny Gargano's partner here than the dirtiest player in the game, the greatest TV champion of all time, Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Of course, you have to catch us up, David, on what happened after Dominic would lose his match at All In and then move to Overkill. What happened in your eyes? Tell me.
I can't remember.
Oh, you can't now. I thought you called all those shows.
No, you know, I don't. I think it was Dom getting cheated again, like he usually does whenever he loses. You know, no one can beat Dirty Dominic Mysterio clean. They have to cheat. They have to find some shenanigans to find a way to beat Dominic Mysterio. You know, maybe some people will be saying, "Oh, it was clean. Did you watch the footage?" I did. But the thing is that did you not see the little camera tricks they've been doing? Someone in the production box has been paid to make Dirty Dominic look like he lost clean, but in reality, it was shenanigans.
I mean, honestly, to me, it doesn't seem like shenanigans. It seems like it was just fair and square. Dominic Mysterio was not the better man that night. He has been the better man before. There's no doubt about it. You cannot deny what Dominic Mysterio is capable of.
How much did the former Judgment Day members pay you to say that? Be honest.
Which one? I didn't get paid by anybody.
You've got paid by someone, Quans, because there's no way you're disrespecting Dirty Dominic Mysterio like that.
Only person I got paid by was the people that run this show. I don't even know. I know Nick Khan doesn't run this show anymore because he's dead. But regardless, here comes main event Jey Uso.
Main event. Do you maybe want to rephrase that and call him co-main event Jey Uso? He's more the main event. Why is this guy still here? Why is he still here?
Is Triple H can't get rid of him, I guess.
Yeah. Sadly.
Wasn't this guy in Avengers Doomsday? I think he was.
Oh.
You don't remember the poster that they
I don't remember the poster. It's just I remember burning it as well as soon as I seen it. So I mean, at least the only fairness I'll give to him, at least he got rid of that stupid yeet chant that he does. You know, going out, going yeet, yeet, yeet. like a 5-year-old child. Logan Paul done that shit all the way back in 2014, and he's trying to bring it back. Like, come on.
Well, I mean, he hasn't been yeeting as of late, and like he hasn't been.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, thank goodness he got rid of it. Why'd he even introduce it in the first place? Stupid. But this is one man I will respect, and Uncle Howdy, the man who was it May, I believe, rest of the year, the rest of the month. Sorry, I'm pretty sure it was May or June. It was one of the two, May or June. Rest of the month, former Money in the Bank, Mr. Money in the Bank, cashed it in, like you said, on Johnny Gargano, who is also in this match, to beat him within 5 minutes to claim that title. And obviously he lost it in the Stadium Stampede, like you said. He wasn't really even involved in it, because him and Triple H were fighting all around the stadium, while it was the former talent Alexa Bliss who got pinned and lost the gold for the Wyatt, but not the Wyatt, the Red Circle, and basically just lost Howdy's chance to get that title back, lost the Tag Team Championship, chance to get that Tag Team Championships back. I've completely butchered that.
See, you'll be alright.
Yeah.
I'm doing this with half a voice, so you mess it up with a full voice.
It's alright.
That just happens.
You know, we've just been so distracted on how good tonight has been. You know, I've said it millions of times, but so far this has generally been, and I know this is going to be a very bad pun here, but this is probably going to be one of the shows we will never forget.
I mean, honestly, when you look at it, I mean, it's been a great show thus far. I mean, we've had a brand new Genesis champion who is set to defend this championship very soon against Will Ospreay. I mean, we've had great performances by every single person on this show thus far as well. I mean, Drew McIntyre, Ilya Dragunov, everyone in the Battle Royal, MJF and Boogeyman. Of course, we saw Danhausen and John Cena go at each other. Now in our co-main event, we get to see more Overkill talents go at it here tonight on this very special show. And we still got our main event coming up next for the A2C World Championship and another all-in rematch between Swerve Strickland and Roman Reigns.
And that is a match everyone will be looking forward to. But tonight, well, not tonight, right now, is the match that we will be seeing of Uncle Howdy and Jey Uso versus the Authorities, Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Johnny Gargano. Blood has been rising between these four men, and tonight they get to settle the score.
And you gotta believe if all four of these men made it here, their factions will not be driven far back. So expect a lot of chaos here tonight as we get things underway in this tornado tag match. Of course, A2C tag team rules as Dominic goes straight to a crucifix there on Uncle Howdy to get this over with, but no, it's a kick out. And look at Dom. Oh my God, what a moonsault taking out Jey Uso. The Authority so far on top. I guess you could say this is the Authority. I mean, we wouldn't necessarily call Uncle Howdy and Jey Uso the Red Circle, as they're just joining forces to take on a common enemy in the Authority.
Yeah, and I'd like to just, I mean,
oh my God, big splash.
Why is Dom wearing a Spurs shirt?
I don't know. He might have forgot his gear. I don't know. Springboard went for the poison Rana, but Uncle Howdy was able to get out of the way.
I mean, it does look customized because it looks like it has 619 in the middle.
That's what he wore. That's what he wore it all in, I think. Oh my God, Gargano with the kendo stick right across the back. It might have been the only gear he had. Someone must have stole his luggage. What a spear by Uncle Howdy!
And look at that, just trying to choke out Johnny Gargano. It's now Dominic Mysterio on an enziguri straight to the head of Dom. It's a big knee by Uncle Howdy. Now super kick.
Of course, I haven't been on commentary since it happened, but we do have to talk about. Of course, we're on the show where today a tragedy tragically happened in the United States, but we have to talk about the tragedy that happened last week in A2C. Of course, what Colby Lopez, well now Seth Rollins, as he's employed back into the company, did to Nick, our beloved Nick Khan, our beloved CEO. I mean, I mean, no matter what you thought of him, it was a very scary situation, and you never thought you'd see something like that.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a tragedy. You know, to quote Drew McIntyre, I prayed for this, and it happened.
Well, okay, there's a pedigree by Johnny Gargano. I think that's just disrespectful. That's our CEO right there.
I mean, what's he going to do? He's dead. He's going to haunt me?
Fair enough. Johnny Gargano straight into the cover on Jey Uso. Hooks the leg. Is he able to put this one away? Not going to be enough. The kick out. Dominic goes straight after Uncle Hottie. Shot right to the gut. Dominic and Gargano are all over everyone on this match so far.
No. Look at this. Oh.
Like a Death Valley Driver.
Johnny, look at it go for the... Is it final beat? No,
one final beat.
That's it.
One final beat. Oh my God, on the kendo stick. Cameraman immediately cut away. Get your finger off the switch, Kevin Dunn. Here's the cover, but Jay's able to break it up. Dominic couldn't stop him.
And now, Jay was going to go for something, but Johnny Gargano saving dirty Dominic Mysterio. Dom tried to save Johnny, but moved out of the way. Just in time, it was a big spear.
Uncle Hottie just cutting Dominic in half. And now Gargano going after Uso. Uncle Hottie has a kendo stick on the outside again, back into the ring immediately as Johnny Gargano just wails on. Oh my God, I was looking to wail on Jey Uso, but Uncle Hottie takes out Gargano. But Dominic now has a hold on Uncle Hottie, thinking Mexican Destroyer, but Uncle Hottie's able to stay in the fight.
Oh, I think he was going to go for a European uppercut. Another spear straight to Dominic. Yet again. It's
Hottie calls him up. We'll look at Johnny Gargano going to sliced bread and the rolling cutter.
Kendo.
Now look at this, the gut wrench suplex by Uncle Hottie as well. There's the kendo stick being used by Gargano as Uncle Hottie's into the cover, but Gargano is able to see it and break it up.
Oh my God.
Cutter was
Busting open Howdy, but you can hardly see it because of the mask. But what up?
Dominic from halfway across the ring. What's Dominic going for? Dominic was going for a drop kick, but Uncle Hottie's was standing. But look at Gargano in the background. Gargano has Jey Uso this time. One final beat. Down goes Jey Uso. And Dominic has neutralized Uncle Hottie with the amount of kendo sticks in the ring. Cover on Jey Uso. Is this it? No, Jey kicks out.
No. What's Johnny Gargano going to look for?
I have no idea. Slingshots, went for a thrust kick. Dominic almost got in the way. Dominic with that swinging neck breaker takes out Jey Uso. And I just throwing the kendo stick on him as well. But down the ref immediately into the count. Dominic using the second rope to his advantage. It's all legal in this match, but it's a kick out by Jey Uso. Uranagi by Uncle Hottie. But look at Dominic back in the background. Gangsta leg to Jey Uso. Cover by Uncle Hottie. Oh, but it's broken up by Dominic. Well, but then Dominic immediately swiftly comedically trying to go for the cover on Jey Uso. But it's not going to be enough as Uncle Hottie's able there to break it up. Oh, no way. Oh, my God. Dominic was going for a moonsault. There was no way Dominic was going to make that. Jey snap suplex takes out Dominic, and now Johnny Gargano and Uncle Hottie now brawling. But now Jey spins it around. Jey with a snapmare. Oh my God, kick right to the back. Was going for that at least. Went for a chop to the chest. Floats over. Look at Jey. Rolls through with the... Oh my God, Uncle Hottie just taking out Dominic and onto the cover. But Gargano rolls through. He reverses the roll up. But it's broken up by Uncle Hottie again.
I just got to go for something there. Uncle Hottie tried to stop him, but he did get a little elbow in time and changing the script there on Uncle Hottie. He looks to fly.
What a splash by Gargano. Uncle Hottie rolls out. Jey's now out of the ring. Jey back in the ring, though. Immediately meets Dominic. And now Dominic, look at these shots. Right to Jey Uso. Oh, Johnny was going for a low blow straight away on Jey Uso. But now look at this. Arms are trapped. Face first on those kendo shards. Goes Jey Uso. Dominic using the kendo stick. Takes out Uncle Hottie, who's on the apron. Dominic immediately into the cover. Gargano standing his guard. Here's the cover on Jey Uso. Gargano thinks they won, but Jey kicked out just barely at 2.
I think Johnny Gargano was trying to tell the crowd to shut up because they're chanting that stupid yeet chant all over again. He's done with it.
Frog splash. Cover on Jay. Is this in? Uncle Hottie somehow immediately back into the ring, breaking it up, sending Dominic into the corner. And now what is Uncle Hottie? Taking two to tango, dancing with a Mysterio. Jay with a running super kick, and Uncle Hottie with the Sister Abigail. Down goes Dominic.
And this
Dominic's
could
down.
be it. This could be the twisted reality for
Is
the
this
Authority.
No. Jay with that neck breaker though was able to elevate it. Now here's the cover on Gargano. Is this it? No, it's a kick out by Gargano. Oh, look at
Sister Abigail.
Cover on Mysterio. No.
Oh my God.
God, man.
Well, the Latino heat and Dominic Mysterio is still on fire, and until that fire runs out, Dominic Mysterio will keep fighting. He went for a low blow and got a super kick straight to the back of the head. The guy's concussed. Get him checked for CTE, because I'm pretty sure he has it.
Oh my God. This has been a very physical tag team match as Jey Uso assaulting Dominic with that kendo stick. He breaks it over the back and the spine of Dominic, and out of the second rope. Is Jey going to make that? No, he's not. He gets down and immediately takes down Gargano. And now Jay and Uncle Hottie just in the ring, and another kendo stick being used. They're just torturing Dominic Mysterio at this point. Oh my God. Somebody has to stop these two. They are beating the hell out of Dominic. What in the hell? Oh my God.
They are beating Dominic. Oh my God, he's going for a roll-up.
Small cradle. Oh my God, that was a sequence of events. Oh my God,
Spear.
Put them both out, but Jay spears Dominic in half.
I mean, I was gonna say they were beating Dominic up like it was Bonnie Blue getting beat up with 1,000 men. But Jey Uso really bringing it to Dominic Mysterio here on the outside. What the hell?
When did Gacy get here? Gargano's confronted by both members of the Red Circle. I don't know when Gacy got here, but I was going straight to
Jimmy's saving him.
Jimmy Uso saving Johnny Gargano. What the hell is this?
But get him back up.
Like Jimmy's
leaving.
And now Gargano's leaving. We still got a match going on. Dominic's in the ring, and he is in the middle of the ring.
Oh my God. They have
taken him out.
They have sacrificed the lamb and dirty Dominic Mysterio to the pack of wolves.
And now Sister Abigail takes out Mysterio. Uncle Hottie lays out Mysterio. He's out cold.
You know what Dominic Mysterio is like sometimes? The man is a color here.
Hey, the cover, and that is it. Dominic has been put down, and Jay and Uncle Hottie with the victory.
You know, when you fill up on empty promises, when you're the boy who cried wolf, the one time you actually need help, they're not going to help you. And that is what happened to Dominic Mysterio. As I think it is time for our main event tonight, Quad.
It is time for Roman Reigns to fight for everything. His Ulafala, his family, and his pride. The one thing that's eluded the OTC as the crowd rises and the aura has been shot up 100 points. The OTC is looking to take back the gold, take back the Ulafala in our main event. For never forget, here comes the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, entering the garden in God mode.
And that's like what you were saying, Quant. The ones are already up to the sky. The head of the table is acknowledged. And you see that needle, it has been moved. It has been pushed over the limit, and now you are finally welcomed to not just the main event of relevancy, but the whole entire island of relevancy. And like I said on Overkill when they had that 6-man tag match, this may be Swerve Strickland's house right now, but who's sitting at the head of that table? Roman Reigns. Whose island of relevancy is that house built on? Roman Reigns. This is his ring. This is his stage. This is his time to become A2C World Champion. And you will acknowledge that.
And that is that confidence that Roman Reigns has lacked as head of the table, as Tribal Chief. We have not seen that kind of vicious Roman Reigns in a long, long time. And that is the kind of Roman Reigns that needs to come out here tonight to finally settle it all, to put the crown back on the Tribal Chief's head, around his neck and around his waist. The Tribal Chief looks to claim gold for the first time here in A2C.
And that is exactly it. This whole entire thing, everything that Swerve Strickland has got that quote-unquote belongs to Roman Reigns, belongs to his bloodline, belongs to his wrestling family. The Ula Fala, every petal signifies a family member of that bloodline tree. The bloodline is known for being dipped in gold, and tonight Roman Reigns gets that chance to become God yet again, reclaim that Ula Fala, claim that gold, and cement himself not just at the head of the table but the top of the bloodline.
Of course, we've seen Haku involved in this as well. Swerve Strickland has gone to many lengths to tear down what Roman Reigns has built. He's gone many lengths to tear down his family included and put anyone in harm's way that Roman Reigns holds close. He wants to tear down Roman Reigns physically and mentally, and that is what
But tonight, I need to ask you, Quads, whose house? Come on, man, say it.
We are indeed in Swerve's house as the champion enters the building once more.
Yeah, I'm doing the dance. I'm doing the dance. You can't see it, but I'm doing the dance. Quads, join in.
I'm too tired for this.
But here he comes, Swerve the realist. The man who took the Ula Fala is holding the gold Roman Reigns wants, because once he puts that pedal to the metal, there is no stopping Swerve Strickland. This man is as dangerous as it gets. His flow in the ring, in the booth, is unmatched to many, and tonight Swerve Strickland could prove that by retaining tonight and making sure that Roman Reigns never forgets whose house he's in.
It's what it's all about. Our A2C World Championship is on the line, our most prized possession in A2C. Let's take it down to Mike Rome for one more match. Here we go.
Introducing the challenger from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the A2C, Roman Reigns. And his opponent from Tacoma, Washington, weighing in at 201 pounds, the World Champion, Isaiah Scott.
Swerve Strickland has been A2C World Champion since SummerSlam, and he has not backed down from any challenge from anyone. He ended one of A2C's greatest reigns as World Champion in Santos Escobar, and now Swerve Strickland has the opportunity to once again, not just once, but twice, have a victory over the head of the table. It's Reigns, Strickland, our main event for Never Forget. Here we go.
And a big super kick by Swerve already off the
Look at that
bat.
combination out the gate cover by Strickland immediately on Reigns. They're going to put this one away, but it's not going to be enough. It's immediate kick out by the head of the table.
And Roman changing the tides just like that, because that is what the head of the table needs to do. He may be the one, but this is the one championship that has haunted him his entire A2C career. But tonight he needs to make one house call to Swerve Strickland and tell him that you are getting evicted from the island of relevancy due to the head of the table.
Yes, because this might be Swerve's house, but this is Roman Reigns' yard that he is living in. It's the entire of A2C that has revolved around Roman Reigns for a long time now, and Roman wants to keep it that way. And what better way to do that than have the gold strapped around the waist once more? But now the cover by Reigns immediately on the Swerve, but it's not going to be enough. Strickland's able to kick out, but now Strickland back to his feet immediately. But now Reigns and Swerve back and forth, but Reigns is just overpowering Swerve. Strickland is immediately goes to the top rope here. Look at Reigns, high risk maneuver, went for a splash. Swerve gets out of the way.
And now pushed up against the ropes as a beautiful Hurricane Rana there by Swerve Strickland. Ready just to take it all.
You really have to look at the glow up that Swerve Strickland has had here in A2C. I mean, he went from, oh my God, big splash immediately into the cover, but you have to really look at the glow up that Swerve has had. I mean, he went from joining A2C back at WrestleMania in Hollywood, being Seth Rollins' opponent. I mean, really just being the only person that he was facing, and then Swerve Strickland never really seemed to bounce back, could not get in that position here in A2C to be a big star. But that all changed this year. Swerve, look at the moonsault off the top, takes out Reigns. But you've seen the agility from Swerve. You've seen it as Reigns kicks out. You've seen the potential in Swerve Strickland to become a champion. You've seen all of the athletic prowess. You've seen the attitude from Swerve change time and time again. I mean, you have to wonder, what kind of Swerve Strickland have we seen as of late? I mean, I feel like it's been a blind personality ever since Swerve has gone on this rampage. It's gone on this aggressive turn, but Reigns with a Superman punch, looking to silence all that, instantly cover on Swerve, but it's not going to be enough. Swerve kicks out and stays in the match.
Like you were saying, I think if Roman Reigns was to describe it, he'd call him a suck-up sellout full of suffering. Succotash as he gets a sucker spear right into his abdomen.
On Swerve. Oh, but there's a kick out. These two have immediately thrown everything at each other. At least Reigns has immediately thrown. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell? On the Tron. You can see it on the Tron as well as it's taking over our monitors. Oh my God, this is exactly what happened at All In. But this time it wasn't Sika, it was Haku laid out, assumingly by Swerve, and he rolls him up to put this one away, but Reigns kicks out. Reigns kicks out this time. Reigns, one more Superman punch, but Swerve able to duck underneath. Swerve, house call. House call by Swerve. Oh no, and now Swerve is looking to win the same way he did it All In, not this way. Oh my God. Swerve off the top. So, oh my God! He was going for a Swerve stop. He got cut now for the spear. Covered by Reigns. No, Swerve kicks out at 2. Oh my God! This match's pace is picked up tremendously. No. Reigns is back to his feet. Reigns and Swerve.
No. You know what the hell that was, Quans? You know what the hell that was? That was the spirit of Daniel, who got shot by Seth Rollins, carrying on into Swerve to save himself from that.
Oh my God, I don't even know. I don't even really know if that correlates at all, but regardless, these two are absolutely immortal. These two are madmen. Reigns is going back to the top rope to put away Swerve Strickland. Elbow from halfway across the ring on Swerve.
And
Reigns continuing to fight back. Look at this, wraps the arm around, and now just a crossface by Reigns, just threatening to put Swerve away. There's the snapmare though by Swerve.
Swerve, I don't even know how on earth he's still standing after that spear from the Swerve stomp.
Neither do I. I think he was going for the Swerve stomp one more time, but Reigns counters it in with a DDT. Reigns takes out Swerve. What more does Reigns need to do to put away Swerve Strickland?
God knows. And even if we're calling Roman Reigns God, I'm pretty sure not even God knows this story.
Oh my God, there's the drive-by by Reigns.
This is something we've never seen. And I don't know what. I'm just too stunned to speak. I'm too stunned to speak after that.
I know Reigns isn't too stunned to keep going as he immediately goes into the cover on Swerve to put this away to win the world title, but it's still not enough.
and just banishing the legs there, trying to make sure the swerve stomp, if he ever does successfully connect it, isn't as influential as it usually is, or even going for the house call, but it doesn't stop him from an enziguri.
Right across the face. Reigns is barely able to fight back as Swerve is somehow, some way still fighting, still on the offense against Reigns. Picks him up, going for a scoop slam. Drops down. Reigns back first as Swerve goes to the top. Swerve could be thinking to end this once and for all. Top rope by Swerve. Going.
He's ready to catch that vein for the
time. He does. Reigns is down. Cover by Strickland. Hooks the leg to retain, but Reigns kicks out somehow, some way. Swerve's not done. Moonsault to the back of Reigns. And that could do it. The pressure being stayed on, the big pressure staying on, but cover by Reigns. Now cover on Reigns, but it's a kick out by Reigns. Swerve could not get it done. It's still not over. Swerve fighting with everything he's got, but Reigns throws down Swerve. Strickland off the legs, and now look at Reigns. Oh my God, that spinning suplex. Cover immediately on Swerve, but it's a kick out again. Strickland kicks again.
Roman, he's looking for something, maybe the guillotine. No,
oh my God, another. Oh my God, looked like a deep six. Covered by Reigns. Hooks the leg. Roman Reigns is the world champion.
I don't know about you, Quads, but I bet as hell every single person better get their ones up. They better acknowledge your tribal chief, as he has now got the one that has haunted him for years. And now, Swerve Strickland, you can hand back that Ulafala, because you are no longer head of A2C. You're no longer the head of anything, because the tribal chief has reclaimed his yard, has reclaimed his island. And
wait, the lights are out.
What the?
I was trying to say the 3-year-long journey for Reigns is over, but I can't see anything. And oh no! Oh my God! Seth Rollins! What the hell?
Visionary!
Seth Rollins! The Messiah! Rollins is back! Stop to Reigns! What the hell does this mean? Why is Rollins here?
The Hound has been put out by the self-proclaimed Messiah, the self-proclaimed man of justice. And tonight he suffers a second stomp.
The man that presumably murdered Nick Khan is back, and he is taking out his former brother. Another stomp to Reigns. Why is Rollins here?
Maybe he's like that one song, he's got murder on his mind, but maybe we're about to see what he wants to talk about.
While I was telling you the truth last week, while Nick Khan was signing away every ounce of power he thought he had left, there was one last line, one last clause, written in the fine print of destiny. At no mercy, I redesign and I reclaim my world championship.
Oh my God, Seth Rollins says the third clause in the contract that he made Nick Khan sign, I can only assume, is a world title shot against Roman Reigns, the new champion. Rollins has stuck it to the A2C management once more, and now he goes after the head of the table, his former brother, Roman Reigns.
Like he said, it's at no mercy. Tonight he showed no mercy to Roman Reigns, and imagine the vision that Roman Reigns is going to see when Seth Rollins gets his hands on him.
Well, regardless, it's been an incredible night in Madison Square Garden, regardless of the way we had to end it. Thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week for Overkill and Emergence. We will see you for No Mercy in Columbus. Or in Denver, I mean Denver, Colorado. We'll see you guys there. Everyone have a great night. We'll see you later.
See you later.